Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today I have with me Chris Sorenson, one of the co-superintendents of the 4-H Swine Project. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me again.
You bet. So I want to say a quick shout out to our sponsors. Thanks to True Belt Builders and Heartland Kubota for sponsoring the podcast today. And way to wear your John Deere hat. Brian will be impressed.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, So let's talk about the Swine Project. Once again, more swine than ever.
Once again, we've increased our numbers again. So it's awesome to see this project grow like it has. Last year, we're not up a lot, but we are up some. Last year, we had 160 pigs, I believe we tagged. This year, up to 168. So, but it's still a growing project, and it's just great to see every year. I get Tony and I, my other superintendent, Tony Barnes, is helping me out now because this project has gotten so big that it does take two people to kind of help manage it and manage everybody. And, but every year you get the question, how many pigs are you going to have this year? And I'm like, we lost a few seniors last year, and a couple of kids decided they didn't want to show this year, but we've also had other kids step up and new families join. And it just seems to always be the last couple of years, that 150 to 160 pig range. So
what do you think makes the pigs such a popular project?
I would say easier to get into the project. As far as cost wise goes, it's a little bit cheaper. I think the big thing is it's a fairly short-term project. Most of these kids aren't getting their pigs till late March, April-ish. And you're done with them at the end of July, first part of August. So you only got a few months that you got to keep them. And, like steers, them kids are picking them out and taking them home in October and November.
It's
and got them till fair.
long.
It's basically a year-long project almost. And they're a lot harder to train than a pig is. So,
and let's face it, pigs have great personalities.
Pigs got great personalities. And that's why I love talking to the kids, and ask if they got a favorite pig. And every one of them will have a favorite one they'd like, just whether it's friendly meet you at the gate, rubbing on you all the time, or walk up, scratch it on the belly, and it flops over and, lets you use it for a pillow. So that's kind of the reason I like them too. You get so many different personalities, and pigs are as friendly as they can be. People see them as mean sometimes, but you get these projects like these guys, and it's easy for the kids to work with. So.
Well, and I know that you still go back to Iowa every year and bring pigs back, but it seems like there's a lot more availability of breeders around this area than even when we were kids. It's
definitely increased. Like I said, I started doing this going back to Iowa. I think it's been 11 years now.
Wow.
And there was nobody around Sheridan County area, Montana. There just wasn't very many around. A few families in Gillette maybe, and that was about it. And now there's a bunch of people over the mountain in Powell and Thermopolis and Laramie, Cheyenne, Sheridan, Gillette, Lodgegrass, Hardin. You could drive a couple hours either direction and find somebody that's got some 4-H pigs now. So it really has increased, not just at our county fair, but really all over the state.
Just the accessibility of them so much easier now than
accessibility. And I think if you talk to any superintendent, probably in any other counties also, their pig programs have grown probably because of that. You got to have some kind of expansion with it in order for these people to want to do it. And there's just been a lot more pop up recently.
Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive. Now, I know that there's different breeds of pigs and they all, each one of them has different traits, but I know that you're kind of partial to the Durocs, aren't you? Isn't that what you're kind of...
Oh, I don't know. Durocs are fun. I guess I'm more partial just to anything. Really, a crossbred is kind of more my thing. But the Durocs are kind of fun. They got the big floppy ears, and they seem to be a little more on the feisty side than the rest of them. But everybody says it's because they can't see, So I don't know. That could be it. I don't know what the deal is.
They kind of match my Basset Hound.
They do got a little more fight to them. It seems like, but yeah, 90% of the pigs you'll see at the shows and stuff are around are going to be crossbreds, especially around here because we don't do breed shows, so they don't have to be a Hampshire, or Yorkshire, Chester, or Duroc, Berkshire, any of that. They can be mixed up and crossed, and that's just how most of the shows around here run.
Yeah, most of them are
fairs.
by weight.
By weight, yep, correct.
So give us a little information on what time the pig show is and kind of the order.
So pig show will be August 1st.
Okay.
Seems a little early, but it's still first week of August, so it just happens to fall a little earlier than what it usually does. Swine show will start at 9 a.m. that morning with showmanship, and then we'll take a break after we are done with that and roll into the market classes. So still pretty much an all-day show. We probably won't get done showing until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. So it's a long show.
Well, and I know the pig show is actually one of the most attended shows up there. The stands are always full, but we will also have that on SheridanMedia.com. So if people can't make it, if you're at work, you can still watch the show.
Yeah, and we really do appreciate that because there are families that have family members that live in other states that want to watch and can attend, and so having Shared Media do all of our live streaming for that, the sale, all the other shows has been pretty awesome the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Oh.
So let's talk about the sale since you mentioned it. There's going to be a whole bunch of pigs in the sale.
Yes, there will be. So just because we tagged 168 of them doesn't mean necessarily there will be 168. Last year, I think we tagged 160, and we sold 123, I believe, 125. So if you're looking for some high quality pork, might want to be there and thinking about getting some purchased. All the processing dates are already set, so you don't have to worry about getting the time into a butcher shop around here and getting them done because it's almost virtually impossible without having a preset date. So they've worked with the local butchers around and got time set up for that. So yeah, I'm looking at probably 120 to 130 of them going through the sale. So.
Well, and just as being part of the sale committee, if you think you want to buy and you're thinking, well, I don't really want a whole pig, I just want a half, be sure and get a hold of one of our sale committee members, Stuart Kincaid or Justin West, or let Chris know, and we can make arrangements to help you. If you just want to purchase a half, we can find someone else that wants to do that and get that taken care of as well.
Exactly. We'd be more than happy to help you guys out with that. There's all kinds of different options. You come to the sale, if you want to just do it for an advertising ad for your company, you don't want to take that pig home. We got the buyback program, and we've always got a list of people willing to do that, or that want on that list to get a pig and instead of, I guess, say the premium price, but because they have kids are raising premium animals, and that's what they go through our quality assurance classes for, and us as superintendents try to teach these kids how to feed them out right and make them to weight and get them to that quality that they need to be.
Well, and one thing that I do know, like School District 1 has done is with the beef and the pork in the past, is they have bought a couple of those buyback animals and put it into their school program, school lunch program. So, rest assured, your kids are getting some pretty quality animals.
Exactly.
Making plans for building a new barn, shop, or commercial building? Don't do any planning without a call to Sheridan's premier post-frame building and homes builder, True Built Builders, online at truebuiltbuilders.com.
So yeah, it's I say the sale is on that Monday the 5th. So yeah, if nothing else, stop by and support the kids and see what they've raised for the year, and invite you to all the shows throughout the fair week. So
yeah, they start the 28th, I believe, with horse show.
Yeah, Saturday the 28th is the horse show at the Agri Park, the college arena out there by Common Sense. 2 days of that, and then
will you be announcing again?
I will be announcing. I don't think I'll ever get out of that.
No, probably
as long
not.
as the horse show's around, I'll probably be asked to announce that horse show. So, but then Wednesday we'll roll right into the pigs and stuff being able to show up at the fairgrounds, and Wednesday that, Thursday the pig show. Friday, or sheep and goat show. Saturday's the beef show, and
Sundays
round robin. So the kids that win their showmanship classes in all the other project areas get a chance at competing against the other kids that showing every animal there is up there. So,
well, and thanks for bringing that up, because I don't know if we'll get our FFA advisors in here. We have one, by the way, Cheney, congratulations on the new addition, but we may not get our FFA advisors up here. So the round robin is really is kind of a special event just for those kids who've done really well in the showmanship, and they get to compete against each other in the other species. It's kind of neat and fun to watch.
It is fun to watch because, you got the kids that show pigs and don't know nothing about sheep or goats or steers, and they've got to learn that. And the horses also are involved in that. So they have to find somebody to teach them how to show them animals. And granted, it's only a couple of minutes, but they've still got to learn how to show it properly and get it done right. So, and then even some of the judges just step in and volunteer that really don't have a clue. So it can be pretty interesting sometimes.
It's fun to watch the kids, though, work with each other, which truly comes back to what 4-H and FFA is all about. The kids helping and working with each other. So, well, Chris, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Anytime. And
we'll probably have you back maybe again next spring, and we'll talk about all the things that go into the pig project.
That sounds fun to me.
All right. Well, Chris, thank you. Thanks to our sponsors, Heartland Kubota and True Built Builders, and check out SheridanMedia.com for more news, sports, and podcasts.